Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Nathan. On this video I'll be ranking the possible dark horse teams that could win the 2022 World Cup. Before we get into today's video, please smash that subscribe button and also turn on that notification bell if you're new to my channel. Odds are if you're watching this video, you really love sports, and also drop a like on this video. Canada. 2022 will be only the second time Canada has appeared at a World Cup and their first since 1986. They didn't get a single point or even score a goal last time they made it to the tournament. Their head coach is a native of the United Kingdom, who was the pioneering coach who took both the Canadians' men's and women's teams all the way to the finals of the World Cup. He has a winning percentage of 68.89% with the men's national team. This is throughout his 45 games as a head coach. He became the first manager to have successfully led both the national women's and men's teams to qualify for a World Cup. In addition to that, the team has some players with great backgrounds on the roster. Canada will compete in Group F with Belgium, Morocco, and Croatia, and there is a chance that they may be able to pull off an unexpected victory and go to the next round. In the 2022 World Cup, the national team is currently ranked 41st in the world rankings. USA. The 2022 World Cup will be the United States' 11th World Cup appearance in their history. Their first World Cup appearance came in 1930, and after the 1950 World Cup, the US was absent from the finals until 1990. The United States has participated in every World Cup since 1990 until 2014. But they did not qualify for the 2018 competition for the first time since 1986. In their history, their deepest World Cup run was in the 1930 World Cup, where they finished in 3rd place. They had played 33 games, winning 8, with 6 draws and 19 defeats in World Cup competition. While not the first team anyone would consider being a dark horse candidate, but the USA poses a wealth of talent never seen before in the country's history. They might not be the strongest team out there, technically, but with their players, anything is possible up front. Their defense is a weakness for their head coach to look after, and they will compete in Group B with England, Iran, and Wales, and that will not come easy. In the 2022 World Cup, the national team is currently ranked 16th in the world rankings. Wales. Wales has become the endless dark horse team in any tournament they step into. Gareth Bale and Aaron Ramsey are two of the most notable players on the side coached by Rob Page. Both players have had careers that are the envy of others, and both seem to have a special capacity to step up their performance whenever they represent their nation, regardless of the club they play for. The Welsh national football team qualified for the 2022 World Cup by advancing to the semifinals of the 2016 European Championship and winning their playoff match against Ukraine. Wales last qualified for the World Cup back in 1958, and that was their first and only World Cup appearance in their history. England is expected to top the group, with Wales expecting to battle the USA for the second spot in Group B. If they get past the group stage, they might need to face either the Netherlands or Senegal. Not thinking too far ahead, but they have the strength to better their best finish so far in the World Cup in their history. In the 2022 World Cup, the national team is currently ranked 19th in the world rankings. Serbia. The 2022 World Cup will be Serbia's 12th World Cup appearance in their history. Their first World Cup appearance came in 1930, and their best result was in the 1930 and 1962 World Cups, where they finished both in 4th place. They have played 46 games, winning 18, with 8 draws and 20 defeats in World Cup competition. They stage a major upset in their qualification group by leaving Portugal to slog through the playoff stages in order to qualify for the World Cup. The team has a great roster and has world-class athletes on the team. Serbia has the potential to surprise any team in their path, but first they will have to overcome the World Cup favorites Brazil as their first big challenge. In the 2022 World Cup, the national team is currently ranked 21st in the world rankings. Senegal. Senegal is another dark horse contender in the 2022 World Cup. The national team made their World Cup debut in 2002, where their most famous victory came against France. and is regarded as one of the biggest shots in World Cup history. The 2022 World Cup will be the third appearance in this competition, and their other appearances were in 2002 and 2018. They just won the Africa Cup of Nations after claiming victory against Egypt, and they are now in incredible form. With this amazing squad they have on their national team, Senegal has all the skill they need to stage a massive upset in the World Cup. Their deepest World Cup run was to the quarterfinal stage during the 2002 World Cup, but they will definitely count their chances this time around to go deeper in the World Cup. They are definitely a team to watch in the 2022 World Cup. They are the highest ranked African team in the men's world rankings at 18th, and they have potential to make a run to the quarterfinals or further. Croatia. The 2022 World Cup will be Croatia's 6th World Cup appearance since gaining independence in 1991. Their first World Cup appearance came in 1998, and they have made 6 out of the 7 possible World Cup tournaments since they got their independence. In their history, their deepest World Cup run was in the 2018 World Cup, where they reached the finals and lost 4-2 to France. They have played 23 games, winning 11, with 4 draws and 8 defeats in World Cup competition. The national team has a great squad for the 2022 World Cup competition. They are coming off with a convincing Nations League campaign and an impressive World Cup qualifiers campaign. I truly believe they are a team to watch at this upcoming World Cup. I believe they will have enough talent to progress through the group stage, and I wouldn't be surprised if they can even top the group ahead of Belgium. In the 2022 World Cup, the national team is currently ranked 12th in the world rankings. Uruguay. Uruguay is one of the most successful nations in World Cup history, but however, they are really never considered the tournament's favorites in recent years. The 2022 World Cup will mark their 14th overall World Cup appearance in their history, and their first World Cup appearance came in 1930. They were the first ever champions of the World Cup in 1930 as the host, before doubling their titles in 1950 with a shock win over host and South American rivals Brazil. They have played 56 games, winning 24, with 12 draws and 20 defeats in World Cup competition. They will be competing in Group H, and they will find themselves drawn alongside Euro 2016 champions Portugal, who will prove tough competition. And they would also face Ghana and South Korea. Their side is arguably an underrated one, with quality on all areas of the field. In the 2022 World Cup, the national team is currently ranked 14th in the world rankings. Switzerland. The 2022 World Cup will be Switzerland's 12th World Cup appearance in their history. Their first World Cup appearance came in the 1934 World Cup, and they have qualified for every single World Cup since 2006. Their best performance at the World Cup was making to the quarterfinal 3 times in 1934, 1938, and in 1954. They have played 37 games, winning 12, with 8 draws and 17 defeats in World Cup competition. The 21st century has seen Switzerland become a household name at major tournaments, making the group stage at each World Cup since 2006, as well as promising campaigns in the European Championship and the Nations League. Last year's run at Euro 2020 is arguably Switzerland's most impressive major tournament to date. After an underwhelming third-place finish in their group, they defied the odds and came from behind to defeat world champions France in the round of 16. That memorable win was the highlight of their tournament, before being knocked out by Spain in the quarterfinals. Switzerland is in a group with Serbia and 5-time World Cup winner Brazil. World Cup favorites Brazil are expected to top that group, although they have never beaten Switzerland. Despite only meeting twice in their history, the Swiss beat Brazil 1-0 in 2013, before holding them to a 1-1 draw 4 years ago in Russia. In the 2022 World Cup, the national team is currently ranked 15th in the world rankings. So those are my dark horse contenders to win the 2022 World Cup. Who do you think is the best dark horse contender this year to win the World Cup? Let me know in the comments down below. Before you leave, please smash that subscribe button and also turn on that notification bell if you're new to my channel. And if you love sports, this is definitely the channel for you. And also, please share this video with more sports fans. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Nathan, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Just keep loving sports.